All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the 15th game of this first edition of the Midwest Premier League. Look at the boys in blue and the boys in green. Clash of the Titans here tonight. The Raptors trying to make a statement for sure tonight. Oh, look at that. Jay Patel, intentions right off the bat. So the Raptors, having won the toss, selected to bat first. A lot of international players not playing here tonight because of the minor league starting up, the camps everywhere. So it's going to be the clash between the locals. It's going to be an interesting contest because the locals know how to play better than the internationals in these grounds, these Midwest grounds. They're not for the internationals. Bhavesh Patel, in part of my team in the Chicago Cup, excellent bat he is. When he gets going, oh boy, it's a treat to watch. So that's the end of the first over. And the Raptors, they're 5-0 loss. Steady start for them. So, ladies and gentlemen, I have the tournament director, Mr. Obaid Hokla, with me here. The man who is responsible for everything that you're seeing here. What a wonderful person he is. Done a great job to pull this tournament together, along with my brother Barry and Sunny Singh. Without them, you wouldn't see this quality tournament executed to perfection. Look at that grass being cut. It's rolling like a carpet here tonight. It's going to be a high-scoring game for sure. Both teams super stacked. Lovely umpires there. Manohar Mangipudi, main umpire, along with Farhan. Farhan Bhai is an experienced campaigner. That's a good start from Amin Gilani. So Jay Desai starting with the boundary, setting the tone for his team. Gonna be an interesting contest here tonight. The Raptors are super loaded tonight, along with the Qalandars. The Qalandars, they haven't lost a game so far, but then they had a lot of international players playing for them. Not tonight. It's gonna be an interesting contest to see what they're gonna do tonight. Oh, that's well bowled yet again. The umpire's not convinced. Batsman thinks it's a wide. See that too often. It's gonna be an interesting contest. There's been rain for the past 1 week, but not tonight. You're gonna have a full game. Look at that. Elegantly played towards the covers. Won't get a run, but look at that. Look at that nice looking drive. Brilliant scenes here tonight from the Hanover Park Stadium. If you get lucky and Barry is free, you might get some visuals with the drone tonight. Those drone visuals. Oh my goodness, that's up in the air. Brilliantly played. Nobody's gonna take that one. We'll get to the Jay Desai. Just lofted it towards the short mid wicket. We'll definitely get a couple. Good start this. So my friend Obed Hogla. So can you tell us something about the tournament?
So this dream came up before 3 months ago between Barry and Sunny. They came up with the idea to organize it. Then they called me. So basically, I gave my ideas to them, and then all of this happening because of the
What a
owners.
mighty shot this is from Jay Desai. At least 100 meters on that occasion. Was right in the slot and he didn't have any problems picking it. Ball's gone. What a hit that one was. Just
Yeah,
picked
Mr.
it up. Picked
Yeah,
it up
Miss-
brilliantly from the slot. Put it away towards the mid wicket. What an incredible hit. That's the first six of the innings. Alright, so let's come back to Ubaid Hokla. So,
yeah, Mr. Sri, as you said, that was a remarkable shot from the bat of the Jay Desai, and he hit it constantly whenever the ball comes in the radar to him. And he's a mighty bat. Played for Lone Star Athletics, Challengers, and D Park, and played from very young age, as you know because you played with him a lot of years, and you know how mighty bat he is. And first of all, in the last, congratulations to Mr. Sri for winning the Chicago Cup, the first inaugural championship of every league in the Midwest region in Chicagoland of the Chicago Cup 2023. Kudos to Mr. Sri and his team for winning that tournament. The first ever digitalized Chicago Cup 2023 was won by Team Dangal, the captain Sri Kajaludi. So congratulations to him.
thank you so much, Ubaid. It was such a wonderful tournament. A true franchise tournament. You see a lot of franchise tournament around in the Chicago land. It's always who has the more money that brings the better players. But this Chicago tournament, free of cost, you just have to pick players from the draft. What an incredible tournament! A true franchise tournament that showcased diversity, discipline at every level. What an incredible tournament! Just lucky to be part of that. First time captaining in the Chicago Cup and winning it. Definitely a wonderful experience. I had the trophy placed right in the center of my house. What an incredible feeling. Oh, look at that shot from Bhavish Patel this time. What an incredible hit. Oh boy, Raptors, they're on a song here tonight. Absolutely. You just got to tune into that music tonight.
Oh, definitely, Siri. That was a remarkable shot from the Mr. Bhavesh Patel, coming all the way from UAE. So he's like a guest player in the Chicagoland, playing from like coming from UAE to play this tournament. So we welcome him very much
Oh,
in
yeah.
this league.
Definitely, Obed. And just so you know, he was also part of my Dangal team, which won the Chicago Cup. Incredible player. What a nice, humble human being as well. Oh, brilliant comeback for sure. But the Raptors, I love that their attitude here tonight. 2.2 overs, 19 for no loss. The positive intent with which they're playing, just brilliant.
The Raptors are flying high right now.
Oh,
At
that's a
Hanover
wonderful
Park.
shot. Driven straight towards the mid-off. Won't get a single, but you middle a ball at that level against a mighty spinner, you're going to enjoy that. That sound of middling the bat gives you confidence. Oh, look at that. That's good running between the wickets. Oh, that's really good running between the wickets. Could have been danger had they thrown it towards a bowler end. Chedese was inside the crease, no problems whatsoever. And ladies and gentlemen, the 15th game of the Midwest Premier League has officially kicked off. An incredible sight. Look at the brilliant ground here tonight. Overcast. There's not going to be any rain. There's no rain in the forecast. You're going to get a full 20-over match. It's going to be wonderful to watch. There's already hundreds of cars parked around. A lot of players coming in. What an incredible sight here tonight at the Hanover Park Stadium, ladies and gentlemen. And there you go. That goes and that's get dropped. Jay Desai getting lucky on that occasion. You play positive and you know what they say. Fortune favors the brave. You keep playing like that. It's gonna be a match to watch out. Hanover Park Raptors. They're definitely making a statement here tonight. A brilliant ball. Well played. So at the end of 3 overs, the Raptors 21 for no loss. The Chicago Cardinals, they're on the top of the table. They've won a brilliant game in the last game to stay on top. They've been on top from the beginning. Of course, they have played 5 games, but they are the best bowling team, mind you, in the entire league.
And one more thing, without the international and the non-local player, I would consider the deeper dynamics team to be the best right now as far as MPL is going.
No, 2 things about it. The Deep Park Dynamites have only played 3 games. They are still on second on the table. So it's going to be a different equation when they play all 5 games, for sure. They'll have a better chance of being on top of the table, but you just got to live with what you have right now. And looking at what we have, it's just been incredible. Look at every team. They're all at 6 and 4 points. You still don't know which team's going to make up to the playoffs. Everybody's got a shot. Only going to get interesting from now on.
Yes.
There's about 4 games left for Cardinals. There's about 6 games left for the Patriots. And there's about 7 for the Raptors, including this one. So anything can happen tonight. Every win is going to bump you to the top of the table.
And Sri, the good thing about this tournament is like that you cannot predict until the last league game of the tournament is played that who's gonna play the playoff games.
Absolutely. So far, Skokie Patriots, they haven't won any game so far, but even they have a chance. Tells you how difficult this is. Oh my goodness, it's up in the air. Jay Desai trying to go high and handsome. And Amil Gilani, he is not going to drop any. Good intentions from Jay Desai, just not timing it on that occasion. And Amin Gilani picks up his first wicket in the form of Jay Desai. That's a big, big blow. It's a really big blow for the Raptors. But they have nothing to worry about. They still have a lot of batsmen. They'll definitely look to play positive. Jay Desai, 14 of 13. Caught and bowled Amin Gilani. Excellent bowler he is. Swings both ways. Troubles the batsman on most occasions. He's been hit for that mighty 6 where the ball's gone. Came back strong to pick up the same batsman who hit him for a 6. So it's all happening here at the Hanover Park Stadium, ladies and gentlemen. You've got to stay tuned. So Dharmesh Patel now into the attack.
He's a treat to watch too. I watched him like a couple of times in the last local, like the ACC tournament, and he played a really good, sensible knock in the end. So he's like a good player to play with. I watch him very carefully, and he's a better ground player. And then he goes going, so nobody can stop him.
That's amazing to know. So Dharmesh Patel into the attack now. With the new rule, the change of ends don't matter. Even if the batsman crosses, by the time the catch is gone, the new player has to bat. Take the first ball. Incredible rule that is. Avoids a lot of confusion. And brings some spice into the game. Interesting this contest is going to be. The Raptors gone on to a flyer. Lost a wicket. Oh, this time Dharmesh Patel just placing it into the gully. Should get a single and get off strike off the first ball. Should give him some confidence. So Jasim was actually there in the gully, but he couldn't get his hand onto that. Manav Brahmat. He couldn't get his hand onto the ball. Looking good, both teams. Equally poised at the moment.
So I would ask you, Sri, who is your pick for the tournament in the finals?
My two picks are going to be Cardinals and D Park because they currently are number one and number two on the table, and they are super solid teams. The Lahore Qalandars, they banged on international players, but then, as you know, the tournament is going to happen throughout end of August, and it's not going to be easy without the international players to play. But the Cardinals, they have a very strong local team, and so is D Park. So, in my opinion, I think they both are equally. And Hanover Park Raptors is one other team who plays with the local team. So these three teams have really, really good chances of making it to the playoffs, in my opinion.
And if the Skokie Patriots, they're a good local team too. So if they win the remainder of the matches, then like they might be into.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Skokie Patriots, they have a good chance as well.
Yeah.
But having lost 3 games, it takes a lot to come back. It's not impossible, but it's just that. Let's look at the points table real quick. So you see, the Lahore Qalandars, they haven't lost any games so far. And Ataska Warriors, they are a pretty strong team too. Most of them are local players as well, except for a couple of them. Cougars, they are equally poised. They are a local team. They don't bring in too many foreign nationals. So, honestly speaking, I think everybody's got a chance.
Yeah.
But then you asked for my two favorites.
Yeah.
Cardinals definitely because I play for them.
Oh, and
And definitely, certainly the D Park, the Rangers, the Raptors, the Cougars, and the Tusker Warriors, they have a very, very good chance because they are a strong local team as well.
And then let me tell you one more thing about this tournament. The top 2 teams are going in the semi-finals, and then the number 3 to 6 teams, whoever is standing, they're gonna play the qualifier.
Oh, that's even better.
So whoever wins those quarterfinals, then they're gonna proceed to the semi-finals. So basically,
that's IPL style basically.
Yeah.
I completely agree. So that makes the chances even better
Yeah.
because sometimes you see you see an unbeaten team
Yeah.
losing in the semi-final, and a team that hardly qualifies into the playoffs even could win the championship. So anything is possible, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Midwest Premier League. You are gonna witness the best or nothing.
And that will came from the Barry to add in the playing conditions.
So Barry, Barinder Saini.
So Barry came up with the idea that some matches got washed out, or like a team like lost one game and then didn't qualify for the semi-final. So to give them like those kind of team a chance to still make it to the playoff.
That's an incredible thing. Usually, a lot of these local tournaments, they like to prefer rain out because it's expensive to look at the ground, the lights, to pay for the entire setup. But Midwest Premier League, they're not compromising on the quality. They're willing to shed the money and the tears to make and give the audience the best experience possible. That's incredible. Good bowling there from Anas. So the runs have stopped flowing for a brief time. Only 4 runs coming in the last 1.3 overs. Bhavish Patel playing on 7 from 11 and Dharmesh Patel playing on 2 from 3. And Bhavish Patel, when he gets going, it's going to be it's going to be a treat to watch. Brilliantly bowled. Bhavish Patel just trying to cut it into the gully on that occasion. Nonetheless, it doesn't really matter. The ground's in good shape. The dew's going to catch up in the second half. It's going to be difficult for the chasing team for sure. So anything about 160, 170 is going to be a very, very competitive total here tonight. Brilliantly played. Good running between the wickets. Avesh Patel just stealing the single along with Dharmesh Patel on that occasion. Crowds gathering in numbers now. You should see the dugout. I wish there was a camera pointing to the dugout now. Hundreds of them gathering around. The tents flying high. The cars parked all over the stadium on the street end of the Hanover Park, trying to give them the best view possible. During the second half, the lights of the cars, they are always a distraction, but that's what brings momentum to the game as well. Some excitement. Oh, this time brilliantly bowled.
Smart eyes by me. Good pickup.
So just wanted to correct you on one occasion there, with Hokla about the Chicago Cup. That's not the first edition of the Chicago Cup. That's the 13th edition of the Chicago Cup. I've played all 13.
But I was saying the digitalized.
Oh, okay. Got it.
It was shown on the Facebook and the YouTube.
In that case, Chicago Cup is definitely digitalized way before.
Yeah.
'Cause
And that's all
in the
kudos to Barinder Sani for televising the Chicago Cup, giving all his time on the holiday.
Last over of power play. St. Charles Raptors 31 for 1. One more to go. Went for a swing over deep mid wicket and the ball went to third man. They wouldn't complain as long as they get a couple of runs there. I think it's a decent power play for St. Charles Raptors. They lost just 1 wicket. Maybe they could have scored few more, but I'm sure they would take the lesser number of wickets at the end of power play. Now that the power play is done, we are seeing Najmi come into the attack. And facing him would be Bhavesh Patel. Single to extra cover. Najmi, one of the fastest off spinners in the region. Again, a sharp single. I think for a while we have not seen a game where 200 has been scored, Barry, right? In this, it's been more in the 140s, 160s. So not sure the reason for that. We are hoping as summer gets going, we should be seeing more runs, given that the outfield becomes drier and there is a lot more sunlight to play, at least in the first innings. Going for an almighty swing and it's nowhere near connecting. Another big hit attempted for just a single. The ball trickles down to long on. I think Bhavesh is trying to hit the ball too hard and is not timing the ball at this point of time. That's a good hit. Does it have it to clear the boundary? No. And a sitter dropped by Tasin. That was an absolute dolly. Stayed in the air for long and it was a straightforward catch. I don't think a reason why he should have dropped the catch, but again, that's what it is. End of 7 overs, it's 38 for 1. Sai Cherit to continue. Will they take on the fielder? Yes. Couple of runs. Good running. Finally seeing some urgency in running between the wickets. Tried the back of the hand slower one. It ended up being an off tracker. Dharmesh should have taken a better toll of that rather than just the single. Last evening at the same time there was a severe thunderstorm at this place. It was pretty scary last evening. I was thinking whether the game would have actually happened today, considering the amount of rain that poured yesterday evening. Another slow delivery. A good attempt. Is that a boundary? No. 2 more runs. Two more to Bhavesh. Bhavesh looks tired with all the running. And I don't think so he's picking up the slower ones as early as I would like to. We are approaching the end of the 8th over. That's a good shot for a single. At the end of 8 overs, St. Charles Raptors 46 for 1. Najmi to continue. Tala is back. after a short visit to the opponent's team to provide some strategic consultation.
No, I just went there to eat something.
Did you get something for Barry?
Barry's gonna get some food. He's a little picky. So Najam Iqbal, he's into the attack now.
The second over.
Been a couple of drop catches here tonight. Definitely is gonna affect Qalandars though. Because the Raptors, they're super stacked here tonight. Look at that. Up in the air.
No.
I think it'll fall safe. Yes, it will. And that does 2 runs. That's
Nope.
a direct hit towards the non-striker end would have been closer. I know there's nobody else, but he could have taken the shot.
I don't think so. Any of them were shouting for which end the throw has to go to. That's some basic cricket that was missing there. Nobody was shouting either at the bowler's end or at the keeper's end. So Najmi had to throw it where he thought was the most safer end for him to throw.
Absolutely. So both teams equally poised at the moment. So the Raptors are going pretty strong. They have wickets in hand. They're going at about run a ball right now. A little over 6 runs per over. Or actually just about 6 runs per over. It's going to be interesting because they still have Samir Chaudhary, Yash Patel, Rajat Patel, some super big hitters. That's gone. Head straight down and the bowler collects it.
Good presence of mind from Najmi. He quickly sensed that Bhavesh was outside the crease and in one swift motion he hit the stumps. I don't think Bhavesh was expecting it. Very disappointed, but then I don't think so. He's got anyone else but himself to blame.
So the Raptors, they lost a crucial wicket of Bhavesh Patel now. So that brings Samir Chaudhary on strike. And I can tell you one thing, Ranga. When this batsman gets going, oh boy, it's a treat to watch or what. He goes really big and he's a very aggressive bat as well.
We have heard about commentators' curse. Moman Sri said they were going great guns. They lost a wicket. That was strategy from Sri.
No, I wouldn't still worry about that, Ranga, because look at that. Oh, that's up in the air and that's taken as well. That's the 3rd wicket. That's the end of Dharmesh Patel. But you know what, Ranga? I'm still not worried because 8 overs are done already. They still have 7 wickets in hand. They bat pretty deep. The Raptors.
I would have expected them to score a lot more runs in the power play given the batting lineup that they have. I'm not criticizing for them not trying, but then the outcome is what matters. They did not. They were at 32 for 1 at the end of 6 overs. They could have gone a little harder knowing the batting that's behind them. There's no point in holding back when you have such a strong batting lineup. And
That's
now,
true.
After all that, they have lost 2 wickets in 2 balls. So now they need to rebuild for at least for the next couple of overs. They can't go hard.
I don't think that's going to be the attitude because you look at who's coming in. Yash Patel is coming in and Samir Chaudhary is already there. Both of them, they like to play big. So the intention is definitely not to rotate strike and build a partnership. They want to keep attacking, and that's been the strategy for me in the Chicago Cup as well. I asked everybody to go for it, and it did wonders for me. Positive cricket is all you need.
Again, Sri, T10 is slightly different from a T20. I think, again, with weather interfering and everything, it ended up becoming a T10. So we all had to change our strategy. But then the we're not comparing apples to apples between a T10 and a T20, and that's more sort of a weekend tournament versus a long tournament like an MPL, where there's a lot more at stake.
Well, yeah, certainly, Ranga. No two things about it. Good analysis there. But the best part that I've seen with the Raptors is whatever the situation is, they end up posting that 160, 165. And without their major batsman here tonight, it's always going to be a tricky factor. So Yash Patel just trying to chip it towards the square leg for a single. Wouldn't get it. I guess this is second over from Najmi. He's still got 2 overs left. They've got to play him out. They've got to pick a couple of bowlers and go after them.
Rajmi is a very crafty bowler. I've rarely seen him get hit all over the park. I've always seen him bowl effective spells and get wickets.
Definitely, no two things about it. He's a very smart bowler. I would say he uses his turn and he watches the batsman till the end. You see the batsman, if he's kind of senses the batsman.
I would say Raptors would have done well if they reach anywhere upwards of around 140 today. Again, unless somebody plays a blinder from here.
So Sai Charith into the attack now. He's going at almost 7 runs per over. Haven't picked up any wickets, but they might want to target him. And Yash Patel, he's a leg side player for the most part. Sai Charith, he bowls on the offside. It'll be interesting to see how it's going to happen. So as I rightly said, Sai Charith just bowling on to that 4th wicket stump. Yash Patel just trying to place it towards the point and steal a single. This time he places it fine. Places it well into the gap between the gully and the point fielder. Gets off strike. That first runs of the bat for Yash Patel. Samir Chowdhury now on strike.
Did you see
Oh, sorry. Looks like Samir Chowdhury is on strike and Yash Patel is now on strike.
Did you see the Ashes today, Sri?
No, I didn't.
It's a good game. I think Root dropped a sitter of Mitchell Marsh when he was in single digits, and Marsh ended up scoring a century.
Oh, wow. You talked about the value of catches.
That was a sitter. At the test level, I think England dropped at least 3 catches, and I hope they don't end up paying for it, considering that this test is there for them to win, to keep this series alive. Else it will be a drab affair for the remaining 2 tests if England loses this one. Big shot for a single. Again, Samir and Jash don't have a choice but to start going for the runs. It's the almost coming to the end of 10th over.
I guess they're trying to go for it. It's just that the bowling has been incredible. And we all know Sai Charit Dagubati, what he can do. There you go, Josh Patel up in the air, should get 2 on that occasion. Yeah, and they will get 2. That's what I said. Don't have too many problems here tonight. The Raptors, definitely they are a few runs short, but they don't have too many batsmen, do they? The Qalandars here tonight, they're not coming with their full strength. So even chasing 150, because the Raptors, remember what happened with the game against the Cougars. They have actually scored 88 and almost choked the Cougars, trying to defend that 88. So they have a very, very good bowling lineup. So if they end up posting even 140, 150, I think they'll still look at a very, very positive total. Good ball. Very good ball. It's a dot ball on that occasion.
Okay. So just to remind the viewers, over the long weekend, MWCC conducted the Chicago Cup, and Dangal ended up being the champion. Team Dangal, captained by none other than big brother Sri. They ended up winning the tournament. It was a great tournament, and the final was a nail-biting one where Dangal won in the last over with 3 balls to spare. It was a great tournament with a lot of weather interruptions, and except for the first round, most other games ended up becoming a T10. But I think that really made all the teams think differently. The way they scored runs, most teams scored about 80 plus. There were a couple of hundreds and 120s too. So I think T10 is something that we should look at more seriously than just look at T23. What do you think?
Absolutely. I mean, it's been a genuine pleasure to be part of the Chicago Cup. I mean, I was blessed to and be lucky to have picked that kind of a team where nothing ever mattered except for having amazing players. What incredible tournament that has been. Truly loved it.
Najmi picks up another wicket. Samir Chaudhary. Is it Samir or is it Yash?
Looks like it's Samir Chaudhary.
Looks like it's Samir Chaudhary. Wanted to go big, take on Najmi in the first ball, put pressure on the bowler, but he ended up holding out at long on. That's another big wicket, and St. Charles is now really struggling. 54 for 4 at the beginning of the 11th over.
So when we were talking about the Chicago Cup, Ranga, one very peculiar thing that's very unique about the Chicago Cup this year is how everybody set an example. Every Chicago Cup, there's so many controversies, there's so much, so many issues, concerns every round. But all the captains, they were so brilliant, they were so accommodating. You know, they were not really looking to win the tournament. They were just trying to play good cricket. And it's very rare to see. I've learned a lot. Most of the captains, almost everybody are my friends, including you, Ranga. We played you in the semi-final, and you have fielded a 40-plus team and still made it to the semis. If not for our brilliant bowling from Sunny Singh, you guys might have even given us a very, very good run for the money even in the semi-final.
I think we figured out that age does matter. We played a game on Monday evening. We played a game on Tuesday morning, and immediately after that, we had to play the semis. I think again that's the same for all the teams, not denying. But then, with the team, the average age of the team being 43 or 44, it does tell on it. Again, we played a good tournament until that point. That game against you, like for whatever reason, whatever we tried, didn't work out. Again, no complaints. We enjoyed the tournament. We all had a great time, bonding. I think this was the first time a Masters team was formed and they played. And I think at the beginning of the tournament, had somebody said you guys would have reached semis, I would have taken it with both hands.
No, that was a good team you have formed, Ranga. Definitely. I mean, you can take the. I mean, age is definitely a factor, but when it comes to cricket, you just don't know. You know, anything can happen in cricket because you look at the field, the team that you have fielded. You have four crucial bowlers. You have four top batsmen of Midwest who scored thousands of runs, and I don't know if that's a weak team. Honestly, that is a team that is given a run for their money on every occasion.
I think all the games that we won were really good one. First game against Cholet, right? We managed to defend a good total. The second game I think we lost where we sort of over changed the game. And in the crucial quarterfinals, I don't know if you saw, we defeated Dilwale in the last ball where we ended up having a man cut out to make sure that we were qualifying. Again, we played by the rules. Again, people will question the spirit and everything, but then my point is as long as it's within the rules, yes, spirit is something that's overhyped. When it works for you, you talk about spirit. When it doesn't, then you question the same spirit. So that's how you look at it. If it's within the rules,
I highly am disappointed with the way the world sees Mankad as an out. It's still within the law. You see a bowler running almost 30 yards, a fast bowler, just overstepping by half an inch, and it's a no ball and it's not out. And you see a run out where people almost land on the crease, like on the line, and still they're out. So I don't know what lets a batsman walk right before the ball is bowled. It's pretty simple. You cannot do that. Period.
and in this game, it was not walking. He was running. I had seen him a couple of balls where he had taken at least 4 or 5 steps even before the ball was delivered. So that's, in a way, that's against the spirit if you have to look at it from that perspective. So I'm not sure why only the bowlers are criticized when actually the batsman should have been criticized for actually not following both the rules as well as the spirit of the game.
Yeah, I would do that, and I would never let the batsman walk back again. I've seen a lot of teams doing that. They do a man cut and they let the batsman come back. Don't know why they do that. I mean, it's just not against cricket. You take a faint edge towards the keeper, a very faint edge that you can only look at. You know, in the third umpire reviews, yet that's out, and they celebrate. And somebody who is way outside the crease, that's not seen as an out. Really, really disappointing. But coming back to the game, Ranga, the Raptors, they're taking it slow and steady at the moment. They've lost 4 wickets.
Slow, I agree. I'm not sure about the steady part though, Sri.
Yeah,
They've got just 9 more overs left, and I don't know what they're going to achieve by being steady at this point of time.
but I'll tell you one thing, Ranga. The bowling of the Raptors, they are incredible. And even if they score 120, I'm telling you, they will give a fight that you will not see often.
I would rather give the team 150 to defend rather than give 120 and make the bowlers stress that much more, Sri.
But it's cricket, Ranga. Anything can happen. I mean, you always don't post good totals. You know, RCB in IPL, they have the lowest total and they also have the highest total. They scored 46 all out in a T20 game, and they also have hit 258 in a T20 game. So you just don't know. Cricket's a funny game. At the end of the day, it's the motivation that you're in, it's the form that you're in, everything counts, and the luck to add to that. Good shot there from Jesh Patel. It's a single. So the Raptors 57 for 4. The current run rate of 4.89 and a projected score of 98. I'm pretty much sure they'll end up scoring something more than that. So Manav Brahmbhatt, he's into the attack. Harshal Patel just placing it towards the covers, steals a single. The Qalandars, they seem pretty okay about the singles. They're taking it pretty easy.
I think the bowling from Lahore has been pretty good too. Spot on, not too many extras. Yeah, they have dropped a couple of catches, but I think the bowling has been pretty good. And I think St. Charles is trying too hard, I believe. Instead of trying to tap for singles, they're just trying to go for the leather, and they're not timing it at all. Or even if they're timing it, it's not going beyond a single.
So
I
that's
hope-
the end of 12 overs. Raptors 58 for 4. We'll be back after a very, very short break.
Najmi to bowl his last over. Sorry, it's Hamad Bakshi who's into the attack. Najmi has saved one over of his at the end. Another veteran in the region, Hamad Bakshi, a very crafty left-arm spinner, is into the attack. That's a pretty good shot. That's a good shot. After a long time, we are seeing a boundary from Jash Patel. Pretty good shot, hit sweetly over the extra cover for a boundary. That's a boundary after more than 5 overs. Again, trying to go for a big shot, but Hamad is too crafty to allow that. Another single to mid-on. Oh, that was close. Went for an almighty swing, and it just missed the stump and ended up going behind the square for a single. It's a good shot for a single. End of 13 overs. Raptors 66 for 4. 7 more overs to go. Let's see what's in store for them. Seven more overs to go. Manav to continue. He bowled a pretty good first over. He just gave away 3 runs. Jash Patel in strike to Manav. Trying to dab for a quick single, but that wasn't to be. That's a good shot for a boundary. Yep, that's a boundary. Good shot over extra cover. Good use of the feet to the pitch of the ball and smash it over extra cover for a well-needed boundary. Just getting a move on. Slight change in the field. That's a big hit. Has it gone for a 6? Yes, it has. That's a brilliant shot. Straight down the ground, all the way over long on for a massive 6. Great shot by Jash Patel. Finally, we are seeing the move on that we have been waiting for. A boundary and a 6 lifts the run rate, and then it also gives the much needed momentum for the St. Charles Raptors. That was a terrific shot. The sixer was really good too. Good comeback by Manav. That was cheeky. That was a scoop shot for a couple of runs. Oh, that's poor running. That's poor running by Harsh Patel. The last thing you need is a one shot at the keeper's end. So for all the trouble that Jash took, it ended up being just a single. Good finish to the over by Manav, but that was a 11-run over and a much needed momentum from St. Charles Raptors.
Absolutely. As you can see, the projected score now bumped up to 110 at this run rate. I'm sure the Raptors will post somewhere about 140 here tonight, because Jash Patel, when you see a batsman playing a Dill scoop, tells you the kind of confidence with which he's batting. Jash Patel is kind of the batsman. When he gets going, it's gonna be a fast scoring one. He's not somebody who's gonna bog down to too many dot balls. He'll definitely try to manufacture when he can't hit the straight balls. So it's gonna be interesting to see what Jash Patel is gonna do for his team. There's still Rajat Patel, Yaj Maheshwari.
Shubham Dharatkar, I've seen him open a lot of games. I'm not sure what he's going to be doing at the late middle order, but I've seen him open quite a few games. Again, every batting team has their own strategy. As long as it comes off, it looks good. If not, it's a waste of resource. Hamad Bakshi to continue.
Certainly, Ranga, no two things about it. So, Harsh Patel, he's a decent bat himself, playing along with Jash Patel. Oh, brilliant. That's a lower full toss. Just placed it towards the extra covers. He'll have no problems getting a single on that occasion. Brings back Jash Patel on strike. So what's the best part about this batting for the Raptors is that the Raptors are not going to giving it up. Like, you know, when you see a lot of teams, when they're 4 wickets down, it becomes super tricky.
Let's see how Jash Patel manages this over from Hamad. Again.
Oh, brilliantly played. Just flicked it down towards the fine leg.
They should be able to run 4 if they really are aggressive about it. Let's see if they end up doing it now. Jash Patel has given up.
So the players, they're complaining that it's a boundary. But Fahad, the fielder, he doesn't think it's a boundary. Well, argument, a healthy argument, nothing wrong about that. Both teams trying to win. That's good 3 runs. Much needed 3 runs. Oh, this time Harsh Patel comes down the track. Just hits it towards the long off. Brings back Jash Patel on strike. The beautiful thing about the Midwest Premier League, you never know the result until the last ball. On most occasions. Oh, this time Harsh Patel tries to hit one again. The long off is almost towards the... Oh my goodness, that sloppy fielding. There was only 1 run and that's an extra. So they'll get 3 on that occasion now. What should have been 1 run has turned out to be 3 runs. And the long off fielder is almost at the sweeper covers. Unusual field setup unless the bowler is extremely confident. Bakshi into the attack. And Harsh Patel. Oh, this time he pulls one towards the mid wicket. Cow corner actually might even go for a boundary. Yes, it is. So this is a much needed acceleration from the Raptors. And they are getting it tonight. The projected score has bumped up to 120. It's projecting up every over. The Raptors finally finding the rhythm. They're taking on the Qalandars. Brilliantly played. Just drove it towards the long on. Mid on, sorry. We'll get a single. That's the end of the 5th. God, the bat I wanted to gift him for all the good work that he's doing. The bat that I play with. Player grade bat. Just keep forgetting it every time. With some chore coming up in the last minute. Oh, this time Harsh Patel, look at that shot. Waited for it and pulled it into the backward square. Like, what a wonderful boundary. So the runs now started to flow. Anas Mahmood into his last over. Hamad Bakshi, the most expensive bowler here tonight so far. 10.5. The economy. And Harsh Patel, oh boy. Harsh Patel and Jash Patel. They're now breaking the momentum. Oh. It's a good ball. Umpire's convinced it's not a wide. Good comeback from Anas Mahmood. Very good bowler he is. Oh, this time Harsh Patel just tries to chip it towards the covers, and that's taken by Najam Iqbal. Tried to hit it against the spin on that occasion. Stop it just towards the covers. And Najam Iqbal takes a safe hand catch. So Rajat Patel most probably will come in now. So they have accelerated some. They have to keep going at this point. There's just 5 overs left. But again, they have 5 wickets left as well. So they have no worries. You've got to keep looking at that 140, 150. The second innings that can always be tricky. So Naveen Atluru winning the amazing award from the Midwest. Winning the Blue Star Award. It's a ranked award in the Midwest, the highest order, due to his dedication. Does an amazing job. Brilliantly plays towards the short mid wicket. They'll take a single. Rajat Patel doing the right thing, just getting off strike and keeping the informed man on strike, Jash Patel. He's hit 2 4s and a 6 already, playing at a strike rate of 125. It's a good comeback from Anas Mahmood. He's balled brilliantly here tonight, picked up a wicket, broke that crucial partnership of Harsh Patel and Jash Patel. Just an economy of 5.5. So there's 4 overs left now. At the end of 16 overs, the Raptors 95 for 5. So Rajat Patel is doing the right thing, just taking that single and keeping Jash Patel on strike. It's the last over of Najam Iqbal. Wonder who would come in to bowl the next 3 overs. Oh, this time he wanted to loft one over the point fielder. Didn't quite middle it. Oh, this time he goes up in the air and Najam Iqbal, he tries to take that himself. That's the end of Jash Patel. Big wicket. And Najam Iqbal once again proving he's the best bowler for his team. 3 wickets. Just 8 runs with an economy of 2.2. How often do you see that in T20 cricket? That's a 6th wicket. That's down. And Bunty Patel, he's walking in. Bunty, his full name is Deepal Patel. Look at that. What an incredible bowling from Najam Iqbal. Just 8 runs and 3 wickets. Oh boy. He's just amazing. So Rajat Patel will now have to keep most of the strike and he'd keep hitting those big ones. Rajat Patel, he has the ability to do that. So does Deepal. Oh, that's gone. The very first ball. What's happening here tonight, ladies and gentlemen? It's a batting collapse. That's 96 for 7. Bunty Patel trying to hit the York ball. The very first ball.
So you're the one to support 160. I was saying 140, even that looks a far stretch at this point of time.
I still think Raptors have a very good chance. There's still 3.1 overs left, Ranga. You never know.
But they have lost 7 wickets, and I think from now on, I think they should look to complete the 20 overs and then probably take their chances in the last over rather than trying to go for it now and then end up getting all out before completing the 20 overs. There is no confusion.
So 1 ball to go. And Najam Iqbal has picked up 4 wickets tonight. Definitely going to be the bowler of the game here tonight. What an incredible spell. Just 8 runs and 4 wickets. And an economy of 2.1. Will he get a 5-wicket haul? There's only 1 ball left. And Yej, he's coming to bat. Yej Maheshwari. I wish he scored some runs here tonight. He has my mom's name. Oh, that's a hat trick. And that's a 5-wicket haul. And that's the first ever hat trick of the Midwest Premier League. That's the first ever hat trick of the Midwest Premier League. And look at that celebration there at the center.
And it's a very well deserved hat trick by one of the premier spinners in the Chicagoland region, Najmi.
4 overs, 8 runs and 5 wickets. You talk about talent. You talk about consistency. You talk about Najam Iqbal. Period. What an incredible bowler. Picks up the first ever hat trick of the Midwest Premier League.
And is it the first 5 wickets all as well this season?
Not quite sure about that, but should be. Haven't seen any 5-wicket hauls so far.
Let's ask our scorer, Barry. Okay, looks like this is the first 5-wicket haul as well.
Too many records. It's going to be remembered. He's definitely going to be remembered for a very, very long time now.
It's going to be a very, very difficult thing for any bowler to catch up on a 5 for 8. It's going to be extremely difficult. Great bowling today, and I would still say poor batting by St. Charles Raptors, knowing that they need to have wickets. If you saw the last 2 wickets, one was a wild swing and this one, I don't think he was trying to save the hat-trick ball, he was trying to go for a big shot over covers. Let's see if St. Charles ends up playing the 20 overs. At this rate, doubtful, and even if they end up playing 20, I don't see them scoring beyond 123.
Yeah, 120 is still not a bad total. Remember what happened with the Cardinals versus Cougars. The Cardinals were all out for 127 or something.
Okay, I think we stand corrected. Looks like Adil from Tornado team got 6 wickets in a earlier game. So Najmi probably has done well, but he's not the first one to get 5. So we got somebody who's already got 6 wickets.
Oh yeah,
Thanks,
Adil
Yakubai. Thank you, Yakubai, for pointing it out.
Yeah, brilliant. So Adil Ahmedullah, he's taken 6 wickets in a game. That was some innings that night. That was some bowling that night from Adil Ahmedullah. And looks like Rajat Patel is not giving up. He's just scored a boundary. He pulled one towards the fine leg. And Manav Brahmbhatt. Oh, sorry, I think Amin Gilani is into the attack. Yes, he is. This time it edges again. Might get 3 on that occasion. If not, yeah, they will get 3 comfortably. You see that attitude. I love this positive attitude. That's 100 up for the Raptors here tonight. Doesn't matter how you start. It only matters how you end it. Ever since that game that I played for Cardinals, we have defended 127 by 16 runs. What a game that was. A game that you remember for a very, very long time. And so did the next game in Chicago Cup against Doom, the team Doom. We were only scored 10 over 64. We tried to defend that as well, won by 3 runs. So you never know, Ranga. The Raptors, they have a very, very good spin attack.
But when you defend small score tree, you know that all it needs is 1 over of 10 or 12 to sort of change the momentum. And that's where a score of 150 is different from 120 when you're defending. You need every single over to be counted for.
Definitely. No two things about it. Should be a wide. Yes, it is. So the freebies, they're coming in favor of the Raptors at the last hour. There's still 2.3 overs left. You can expect 130 from the Raptors. You get 130, I'm telling you, it's going to be a cracker of a game. Oh, brilliantly played. Up in the air. Will be taken. Yes, it is. So Neil Patel just trying to drive it towards extra cover. Neil Patel, he scored a century when he played for D Park. He opened the innings for D Park on that occasion. Scored a quick fire 100. Wonder why he's coming so lower down the order. But you know what, Ranga? 2.2 overs left. This is the last wicket for the Raptors. I think they should just be scoring, run a ball, and get that 15-20 runs. And keep that formidable total of 120, which will be about run a ball. Sometimes it's tricky to chase down these low totals. So 104 for 9.
I'd be happy if St. Charles can complete the 20 overs and scoring another 10 runs straight.
They might. That should be the attitude now. They might end up playing that run a ball and score that 120. Brilliantly played. All these things, they are valuable runs, I'm telling you. You score those run a ball, that's 13 runs from now, will give you that 120 mark, and you can definitely defend that. Try to go for a shot. So Vicky Patel came in. He's an impact player. That's good batting. They're keeping that scoreboard ticking. They're trying to make sure this playing all 20 overs. 18 overs. St. Charles Raptors 106 for 9. So 2 overs to go. Sai Charit Dagubati, he's into the attack now.
I'm still surprised by the field. You're having the number 10 and 11 bat and you have 5 fielders on the boundary. I would at least keep the fielders to save the singles to see if the batsmen go for a big shot and in the process lose their wicket. That's all we need rather than giving easy singles.
No, no, Ranga. You need to see the batsmen who are playing. There's Rajat and there's impact player Vicky. They both hit big. So I think they are expecting the last batsman to play positive, and they are securing for that because run a ball would be 12 runs from now, and Lahore Qalandars, they want to take that at this hour.
I always love your enthusiasm, Sri, where you
I'm not enthusiastic, I'm just optimistic about it.
You talk about every batsman like they're going to hit 5 sixers. And when they end up getting out, you are like, okay, the next batsman is going to do that. The next batsman is going to do that. And in your case, at least for today, for this team, this is the last pair. Let's see how much they score.
All right, let's do this. There you go. That's up in the air. Fielder getting there. That's taken and gone. That's the end of the St. Charles Raptors innings. 18.2. They wrapped up for 107 all out. 108 is a target for the Qalandars. We'll take a short break and we'll be right back after the break. Stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen.
And let's hope your optimism works out in the second innings, Sri.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back live. So the Lahore Qalandars, they're all set to chase down 108. So Yaj Maheshwari, he is into the attack. The very first ball. All right, so the umpires are all set. The game's gonna be ball now. First ball on. So Jatin Singh and Ahsan Ahmed, they're gonna open the innings for the Lahore Qalandars. Trying to flick on that occasion. The very first ball. The umpire signals leg by. It's a good first ball. So that's pretty good start from Yaj Maheshwari. So Jatin Singh, it's actually not Jatin Singh, it's Mohammad Fahad. Seems to be some issue with the roster and the scoreboard, but we'll keep going for now while it's getting corrected. Mohammad Fahad trying to hit it towards this point fielder. Wide signal by the umpire. So so the runs coming in the form of extras at the moment. Nothing of the bat so far. Brilliantly balled again. Should be wide. Yes, it is. So 3 extras already from the first over. The bowling's been terrific. Just as the runs are coming in the form of extras. These extras could cause them. It's a low scoring game. They would want to save these. Just falling short of the fielder on that occasion. So first runs off the bat. There you go. That's a really, really good start. Except for those three extras. Just one run coming off the bat so far. That's a very, very good ball yet again. So the St. Charles Raptors starting steadily. There's 4 runs coming off it and 3 of them coming in the form of extras. Required run rate now about 5.49. It's never easy. Batting under the lights. It's getting a little chillier now. So at the end of the first over, Qalandars 4 for no loss. So that's 2 boundaries in a row. Definitely changes the momentum. And all of a sudden, Jyoti Singh reaches 157 strike rate. And he's already on 11 from 7, while Hassan Ahmed is on 12 from 18. He's playing the stable innings and asking Jyoti Singh to go after them. Good strategy this. Because in these low-scoring games, can get tight if you play very tentative. You've got to play positive to finish, especially to finish these low-scoring games. And this time, Jyoti Singh, he clovers one towards the extra covers. He will get 2. He will get 2 with no issues whatsoever. So Harpan Patel proven expensive this over. 10 runs coming so far, and there's still 2 balls to go. Started well though, the dot ball. Actually 2 dot balls. Then boom, boom, boom. 4-4 and a 2. Oh, this time it's down the leg. Good fielding there. Good keeping there from Jay Desai. The ball was traveling. It was bowled with fiery pace. Had he missed it, could have even been a boundary. Good keeping from Jay Desai. It was way down the leg. So no two things about it. Oh, this time that's edge to the keeper. That's a big wicket of Jyoti Singh and Arpan Patel. He dominates towards the end of the over. That's the second wicket for Lahore Qalandars. That's 36 for 2 with 1 ball to end the power play. Jyoti Singh just trying to slash that one towards the backward point yet again. Edges it to the keeper, and Jay Desai, he makes no mistake. Mind you, plays minor league. He's a big league player. Very, very good keeper. So the Raptors, they're definitely picking the wickets. They're bowling tight, but that 1 over for 10 runs so far from Arpan Patel, with 1 ball to go, that's given some momentum to the Qalandars. Because when you're scoring 108, a 10 run over almost makes it to 10%. It accounts to almost 10.7% runs. Sorry, 9.6% of the runs. Oh, this is brilliantly bowled. Edged it. That's the end of the power play in the Lahore Qalandars, 36 for 2. Arpan Patel bowling brilliantly. 10 runs from it. So Anas Mahmood is now into the attack. Anas Mahmood, he's a big hitter, mind you. He loves going big. Sixers, usually mighty ones. Gonna be interesting to see how Anas is gonna play tonight. A couple of wickets in an over can completely change it for the Qalandars, but right now Qalandars are looking stable, and so does Raptors. Both are giving it a fight of a lifetime. 36 for 2 in the power play. Just about run a ball, the required run rate. They'll need 5.14, which is 72 runs of 84 balls. So Harsh Patel, he's going to continue the attack now. Now that it's the end of the power play, there's 5 fielders outside. There's a long on, long off. There's no deep extra cover. There's nobody on the offside in the deep. And that's really, really good fielding by the point fielder, Josh Patel. So Hassan Ahmed, he's on strike, trying to score those singles. He's not trying to look for the big ones. That should be a wide. Yes, it is. That's really, really good bowling from Harsh Patel, but they are giving away those ones and twos. They've got to tighten up those extras if they were to be in this game. Brilliantly bowled. Oh, that could be close. That could be close, and umpire's not convinced. That was a very, very risky run. The ball was right at the point fielder. It's a very risky run, I should say. But Anas Mahmood, he's gone for it. They will steal a single. Anas Mahmood on strike. Oh, this time he tries to lodge one, and that's a wide signal by the umpire yet again. So Harsh Patel, he's trying to beat the batsman, just not able to control these extras. Mind you, there's only one run of the bat so far, and Anas Mahmood this time goes long off. There's a fielder in the deep, only will get a single. Good bowling from Harsh Patel. He's going about run a ball without those two extras. It would have been the over and just 2 runs from it. But right now, it's 4 from 4. Brilliantly played, and that should be... Oh, no. That's not a boundary. Brilliantly played by Essen. Tried to lodge one over the point. It's a smart batting from Essen. He knows there's no deep fielder on the point area. There's a deep extra cover. There's a long on, there's a long off. There is a deep mid wicket. And then the deep square leg goes back. Brilliant running this. Placing it right into the hands of the point fielder. They steal a single. How quick is Anas Mahmood? So the Qalandars 43 for 2 in 7 overs. They'll now require 65 from 78 with 8 wickets in hand. The partner in crime for Harsh Patel is Neil Patel, and he is coming through. He's been bowling brilliantly all this tournament. Wonder what he's gonna do. The deep square leg came back inside, surprisingly. There's a mid wicket, long on, long off. There's a deep extra cover. Just 4 of them outside. Surprising. Good first ball from Neil Patel. Oh, this time was enough time. And Anas Mahmood just trying to hit it with the turn and placing it into the covers. There's a huge gap between the points and the extra cover. Within the circle, the covers is in the deep. They're trying to make use of that. That's a good ball from Neil, a faster one this time. Oh, should be a wide. Yes, it is. Neil Patel is trying too hard. He's normally so good. Brilliant. Just using that gap really, really well. The Qalandars. They need to have a covers fielder for Neil Patel. He's turning it away from the batsman and bowling full. So you should expect them to be playing within that gap. There is a deep fielder. There's no harm in having one there. Again into the gap. This time towards the deep. They'll still get one. So 4 runs being scored at the same area tells you you've got to change the field and have a fielder there. You don't need a gully. You don't need a slip at this hour. Direct hit would have been gone. And as Mahmood wanted to go for the single. And Hassan Ahmed is saying, hey buddy, hang on. You don't need that single. So looks like that's the end of the over. And 8 overs, Lahore Qalandars, 48 for 2. They're going about 6 runs per over. Run rate of almost 6. And the required run rate just about 5. Exactly 5 to be precise. The current partnership 12 from 13. They shouldn't have any problems, the Qalandars. They're going and run a ball. That run out from Anas Mahmood could have been super crucial. Would have given the Raptors some momentum. So now there's a deep extra cover. Long off, long on. There's a cow corner. And then there's a deep square leg. So Harsh Patel, he'll continue the attack. He's bowling brilliantly. 2 overs, just 11 runs. Oh, what a shot! What a shot tonight, ladies and gentlemen. That's probably the biggest for tonight. Anas Mahmood just picks up that ball from the slot and puts it away. It punches it straight down the ground, right over the side screen. That's the first six. That's the first six of the innings, and for Anas Mahmood. Anas Mahmood currently playing at a strike rate of 180. This time Anas Mahmood, he wanted to go the square leg. He didn't get enough. Brilliant. So the runs coming in the form of boundaries, and it's dangerous for the Raptors. That's 7 runs of 2 balls already. And the Qalandars are 55. This time Ehsan just tries to pull one towards the deep square leg. He will get one and get off strike. It's dangerous right now to have Anas Mahmood on strike for Harsh Patel, because he's looking really comfortable. That's a very good ball. Should be right above the wide line. This time he just tries to place one towards the covers. They should get 2 easily. Yes, they will. Brilliant. He's looking so good, Anas Mahmood, at the moment. He's just driving it right of the middle of the bat. That sweet sound of the bat. See that elevation, just nicely hitting it down the ground towards the long off. Take the single and keep the strike. So the Qalandars 59 for 2 and 9. They'll need 49 in 11 overs with 8 wickets in hand and a required run rate of only 4.45. So Neil Patel, he is starting ball. It's a dot ball. This time, go towards the sweeper cover. Should still get 2. Anas Mahmood, he is looking really comfortable at the moment. Nicely picking the slot deliveries, angling it. He's not trying to hit them straight. He's trying to angle it between the gaps. Oh, this time he goes big and really big. Oh, the long off. Oh boy, what a hit that is. Unexpected. Didn't look like he hit it hard, but it traveled miles. The longer fielder just have to watch it sail away. So the target now diminishing every boundary. 41 required in 63 deliveries. Oh, this time he goes again towards the extras. Oh my goodness. What a powerful hitter he is. What a powerful striker of the ball. Right in the slot and picks it up right from the middle of the bat. Hits it exactly where he hit for 6. Just this time, there is a longer fielder, but the balls travel so fast, he had no chance of getting there. So Anas Mahmood now trying to finish it off early. It's 37 required in 10.2 now. Brilliantly placed into that gap I was talking about. The last over as well, from the park end of the Hanover Park. It's a gap you want to cover. You don't need a third man. It's not once the ball has traveled to the third man. Oh, brilliant. This time he cuts one towards the gully. Good fielding there in the gully. Just couldn't grab it. Just couldn't stop the single on that occasion. And look at Anas Mahmood. He's on 26 from 14. Striking at 185.71. Hassan Ahmed, he's playing the captain's knock. He's playing that stable innings of just giving that strike to Anas Mahmood. He's just dealing in boundaries at the moment. The current partnership 37 from 25. The most crucial partnership here tonight. So the Lahore Qalandars dugout, they're pretty relaxed. They're having their laughs. They pretty much see the outcome inevitable. "35 runs needed in 10 overs with 8 wickets in hand." Oh, this time, Hassan Ahmed, he places one towards the deep covers. Will get a single and get off strike. Brings back Anas Mahmood on strike, who's looking really dangerous. It's a wide. These things are not helping. The extras got to be controlled. You look at the extras. The St. Charles Raptors, they only got 6 extras in the innings. Whereas the Lahore Qalandars, they've got 12 already. It's twice. Oh, this time Anas is. Oh my goodness. That's taken in the second time. That's a very, very good catch. Anas Mahmood is gone. That's some momentum. But then they'll need to defend 33 in 59 deliveries. It's going to be a tough situation. But you never know. A couple of quick wickets can put the pressure back. The game's going to turn around. Happens in rarest of the occasions. The Lahore Qalandars today completely dominating. So look at that innings from Anand Mahmood. He's done all the damage that's needed for tonight. He's got the current run rate to 7.26. The required run rate right now 3.41. Look at that bowling from Najam Iqbal. 4 overs, 8 runs and 5 wickets. How often do you see those kind of figures in T20 cricket? The first hat-trick ever recorded. Just incredible. It's been a quiet night really. The grass has been cut really well, but you are not seeing that flow of the boundaries. So Uzair Ali coming in the place of Anas Mahmood. Oh, that's bold. That's bold. That is bold. And Rajat Patel, he is changing it for the Raptors here tonight. 3 balls, 2 runs and 2 wickets. Look at that. But is this the momentum they were looking for? They certainly have got that momentum now. Brilliant bowling from Rajat Patel. 2 wickets in 2 balls. Are we going to see a second hat-trick here tonight? The 15th game of the Midwest Premier League. You see a hat-trick. That would be the father of coincidences here tonight. You haven't seen a hat-trick so far, and all of a sudden you're about to see the second hat-trick in the same game. The first edition itself. This is going to be a ball to watch out for, ladies and gentlemen. Look at those standings. Chicago Cardinals standing high and handsome. Followed by Deepak Dynamites. They've only played 3, mind you. But look at their net run rate. That tells you what's cooking in their dugout. Qalandars haven't lost anything. If they win this, they will be in the top of the table. Given they have a very good run rate. And they would have still played only 3 games. So every team's got a chance. Tusker Warriors 4. But all those teams, they haven't played as many games. Trust me when I say this, ladies and gentlemen, this ball is the one to watch out for. It could be one for the history books tonight. You get a wicket now. That's gonna record the second hat-trick in the same game. Probably the first time it ever happened in entire history of cricket in all these years. Yeah, brilliantly driven down the ground towards the long on. Broken that record, Najam Iqbal, and he's the person who's made the record of that first hat-trick for MPL. So 32 runs required of 56 deliveries. An easy target, I should say, but never easy when you have wickets falling in quick succession. Hassan Ahmed just trying to anchor that innings, play that very crucial innings. It's almost like he's seen the future. He's trying to play that innings where he needs to anchor towards the end. But this is a really, really good fight back from the Raptors. Except for that brilliant innings from Anas Mahmood, which changed the entire equation. The Raptors were pretty much competing ball to ball. In spite of that low scoring game. So Najan Iqbal just trying to place it into the gully. They are now trying to deal it in singles. So the run rate required right now is 3.44. The current run rate about 7 runs per over. 31 required in 54. And Samir Chaudhary is coming into the attack now. Rajat Patel, he's bowled a brilliant over. It's a good first ball from Samir Chaudhary. Hassan Ahmed, he has a capacity to go big. He's playing a very, very sensible innings here tonight. Because he knows if he opens the gate on one side, it's going to be a cycle stand. Oh, this time he tries to pull one towards the fine leg. Didn't quite time it. Looks like it is off the bat. Yes, it is. Umpire didn't signal anything. So Najam Iqbal. Oh, this time he pulls one. Oh, it's right into the fielder's hand. It's good fast hands from Jay Desai. So the runs, they are trying to equate. They're trying to bring it to run a ball. But they're way too far on that occasion. The required run rate, just 3.53. To beat them, it's going to be a mighty challenge. You cannot bowl them out. You'll have to pick up the wickets. There you go. And Najam this time simply places it towards the silly point. Gets a single. So the target getting shorter and shorter by every ball. Just 29 runs needed now in 8.1 overs. This time SN wanted to be cheeky. Won't get that. Good bowling from Samir Chowdhury so far. Just 1 run coming off it so far. Sorry, 2 runs coming off it so far. This time SN tries to pull one towards the deep square leg. They'll look for two. No, they won't get it. They know Yaj Maheshwari is the fastest fielder they have in the Raptors, and he's got a very, very good throw. So just 3 runs coming off it. That's brilliantly driven towards the extra cover. They know Yaj Maheshwari is. Oh, could be. No, he's made it. Good running between the wickets. Yaj Maheshwari, he's got a good throw. He's also very fast fielder, very athletic. Still were able to steal two. So Hassan Ahmed, look at that classy innings from him tonight. 26 from 35. He's only scored one boundary. It's probably in the power play, and he's not hit any boundaries since. Just trying to rotate singles and doubles. He knows what's needed for his team. It's him being there, which is really important because he knows if he gets out, there could be a possible batting collapse, just like how it happened. Anas Mahmood immediately after Ali going brilliantly placed towards the short mid wicket. So the runs are coming in the form of singles and doubles. They have no worries at all. 25 runs needed. There's 46 balls remaining. Oh, brilliant. Good ball there from Rajat Patel. Najam Iqbal, he can hit big. He's proven it on certain occasions within the Premier League. But today he's being watchful. Just trying to finish the innings. Oh, this should be a nope. Should be a nope. Let's watch the replay on that occasion if it's possible. Should have been a no, certain no ball. And maybe he went down the track that confused the umpire. But the fielders, they have the ability to take the replay. I mean, or they can go towards the third umpire. They haven't taken it. That's good running. Good running between the wickets. They're running for everything now. They know they can do it in singles and doubles. They're just trying to emphasize on that. 23 runs needed now in 7.1 at a required run rate of 3.21. It's surprising to see the attitude of the batsman towards a T20 game. You don't see that too often. If it's a low scoring game, imagine they were chasing 200. They would go boom boom. They would end up scoring about, they might lose 3-4 wickets. They might end up scoring 100 in 10 overs. But look what's happening today. They're trying to bring it towards the 17th, 18th over for no reason. So at the end of 13 overs, Lahore Qalandars 86 for 4, needing 22 in 42. So Samir Chowdhury, he's continuing the attack. He's gonna bowl to Najam Iqbal. This time Najam tries to pull one towards a short mid wicket. Only get one. Didn't quite time the ball. He was in the right position to pull it. Intentionally played it down. Just doesn't want to take any risk. This is sensible batting from the Qalandars though. They're doing what's right for the team. They're not trying to take chances or risks. They're just trying to finish the game, get the points up. But they also need to be wary of the run rate. This time and pulls one towards the long off. They'll only get one. It's a good shot for just one run. So the runs currently coming in the form of singles. The runs are not stopping. 20 runs needed in 40 balls. Brilliant, just shaping it. They've got to change the strategy, Raptors. They've got to bring the fielders in and let them play over the top. Because right now, they're just making it really easy. The field's wide open, spread enough to a point where they're scoring run a ball and very easily. That's 3 from 3 already, and you can see the required run rate dropping down to 2.92 because they only needed 3 and they've already scored 3 with 3 balls remaining. This time and just tries to place it into that gap between the point and the gully. We'll get one yet again. So it's becoming really easy right now for the Raptors. Just 18 runs required in 6.2 overs. Oh, this is right in the slot, but yet Nazam Iqbal just tries to place it towards the point. As you can see, there's 5 singles taken of 5 deliveries. They don't have to hit boundaries because the field is spread open. Don't know why they need 5 fielders outside when they only need 17 runs and they're trying to score singles. You'll have to change the strategy. Oh, this time Hassan, he goes like, oh, sweeper covers, and that's taken in the deep. So the umpire's running just to see if he's taken the catch clean. The batsman's running too, which is interesting. So the umpire is saying that the fielder moved after taking the catch. And all the Raptors, they're talking to the umpire. They're trying to convince him, no, he hasn't moved after taking the catch. But the umpire is not convinced. So the Raptors, they're not happy with the umpire's decision. Umpires are having a talk with each other, asking what's happened. So the umpires are still talking, trying to figure out what's going to be the decision. So the fielders, the batsmen, everybody are excited. They're just waiting to see what the decision is going to be. The umpires are having a long chat, which is even more surprising. There's no third man, so they've just got to make a call. Looks like almost the umpires are trying to convince each other. It's a very, very funny situation to be in. Okay, so that's given out. So the batsman has to walk back now. The umpire's officially given it out. So that's the wicket of Ahsan Ahmed. He's played a brilliant knock for sure. He's not happy. He thinks the fielder has moved after taking the catch. The umpire checked. The fielder was way inside. So at the end of the day, umpire's making the right call. So they'll still need 17 and 6. So Sai Charit, he is now walking in. So 6 over 17. This is a kind of equation that can get fishy because now they are 5 wickets down. The players gathering around, trying to make a new strategy because they know they have 5 wickets now. 17 runs. Honestly, this is exactly what I talk about. As a captain, I've led several teams to championships. Never, ever seen a low scoring game becoming so tight in spite of playing positive. You play defensive, this is exactly where you're going to end up. With that wicket of Ehsan Ehsan Ahmed, anything would happen now. There's still some good bat. They only need like 2.83, so it's all pretty fair and square. But you don't want to end up in the situation in the first place. You start going from ball one, you play positive cricket, you score 110 in about 10-12 overs, and you're good. All of a sudden, you don't have to steal these singles, and the bowling team, they get on top of you just like that. So sooner or later, this is probably the last over of Harsh Patel. This time, Najam Iqbal, he tries to pull one that's into the gap towards the cow corner. Good fielding there from Yaj Maheshwari. They could have gone for two. They just watched Yaj there. They just said, okay, no, we are good. Sai Charith, he's a good bat, an excellent bat. So they have no worries. They bat pretty deep, the Qalandars. Wonder why they started this defensive approach in the first place. Bowling's been terrific from both the teams tonight, that's for sure. This is into the slot, and Sai Charith, he just beautifully lofts right off the first ball. Shows the confidence of this young boy. He's trying to place it brilliantly towards the long off. Fall safe though. It's almost like it was intentional to play it towards the 45 yards. And this time Najam Iqbal tried to flick one towards the fine leg. Doesn't get any single. But as you can see, that's 4 balls bowled and only 2 runs off it. So the run rate now steadily increasing. Just 15 required of 32 balls. This is brilliantly placed into the gully. Could be risky if they had gone for it. That's brilliant fielding. The point fielder, Jash Patel. It's been a while since we have seen a cracker of a game, a last over thriller. Want to wait for that in the T20 game. So the mid wicket dropping back to the boundary. Brilliant. Just 2 runs coming off it. That's the end of the 15th over, and the Qalandars 93 for 5 now. The current run rate 6.2 and the required run rate just about 3. Wonder why the defensive approach really. They just can go for it. They just need 15 runs in 5 overs. They have 5 wickets in hand. Wonder why they would drag it on towards the 17th, 18th over. No need for it. Unless you have a Dhoni who likes taking it towards the last over and then finishing it off. So Samir Chowdhury into the attack. He is continuing. He's got the big wicket of Ehsan Ahmed, who's played brilliantly. He set him up along with Anas Mahmood, almost towards the victory. Now it's up to the rest of the Qalandars to take it home. So Charit now. Brilliantly placed. Just places it towards the covers. Gets one. So there's a long on, there's a long off. It's a weird setup actually. Long on, long off. And then there is a cow corner when Sai Charit was batting. Now for Najam Iqbal, they have a deep square leg, sorry, deep mid wicket. Long on and long off. Long off is a little wider. But they only need 14 from 4.5. Oh, that's edge towards the third man. Should be too easy. They'll take two. It's a good throw. So that's down to 12 now in 4.4. The Raptors have given a very, very good fight. But as I said, had they scored about 130, 135, it would have been a very, very good game. They didn't play their full overs. Had they played, it would have been a different situation. So 12 needed a 4.3 now. And Najam Iqbal playing on 10 from 18. Oh, that's really good running between the wickets. It was right into the hands. It was right into the hands. Najam Iqbal was really selfish on that occasion. There was no run, absolutely. He says it's his call, but he was not really running towards the danger end. Because the way the fielder picked it up, his throw would go towards the keeper, because he's a right-handed fielder. And Sai Charet only saved himself because of how quick he is between the wickets. But no harm done. That now brings the total to 11 runs in 4.2 overs. Oh, this time Charit just tries to pull one towards the mid wicket. They should get two. They will get a walking two. So that's down to 9 runs now in 4.1, which is 25 balls with 5 wickets in hand. So it's pretty much curtains here tonight for the Raptors, unless there's a miracle in play. Oh, brilliant, brilliant ball. This time it's right into the block hold. And that's 99 for the Qalandars. They'll just need 9 in 4 overs now. The required run rate of 2.25. Should be easy peasy at this time, but I like the fight that the Raptors are giving up to the Qalandars, bringing it towards the end. Because the run rate, they're not letting the Qalandars take the run rate. Thanks to our sponsors, Desi Tadka, the Delhi Darbar, the big sponsors for us for the Chicago Cup, along with Yash Technologies. Oh, this time it's driven right into the point fielder. Oh, direct hit. Could be close. Good backups here. So they're making them earn every run. They're not giving anything away. Rajat Patel, good first ball. Najam Iqbal scoring at a strike rate of 55. Doesn't matter in this game tonight. Oh, this time he pulls one to. Oh, it's right into the hands of Bhavish Patel. Should not have been a run. Slight misfield and they'll take it. So that's down to 8 now. And that's 100 up for the Qalandars. Just need 8 now in 3.4 overs. Oh, this time, what a shot this is from Sai Charith. Just try to flick it towards the fine leg. They will get 2. What a fine shot. It's good to see some good improvisation towards the end of the innings. The game's been pretty boring here tonight. There's no excitement in a low scoring game, but you see shots like that, kind of brings you up alive. So now everything's down to 6 runs. Well, Sai Charith try to finish it off in Dhoni style. Just 6 runs needed now from 3.3 overs. Oh, Sai Charith, he slaps one down towards the point fielder. They will get 2. They should get 2. It's down to 4 runs now of 3.2 overs. They've given a good fight, to be honest. Rajat Patel bowled brilliantly. 2.4 overs, 15 runs and just 2 wickets. But the damage that Najam Iqbal did. Oh, brilliant. Good comeback from Rajat Patel. One more ball to go. That's a very good ball to finish the over. So 3 overs, 4 runs required with 5 wickets in hand and a required run rate of 1.33. So it's pretty much done here. They're just a hit away. Wonder how long do they want to drag this on. Oh, this time Najam Iqbal pulls the full toss, puts it away towards the mid wicket. They're asking to run 3. They might just stop with 2. Because you know what? They're only 2 runs away. So you talk about finishing 20 overs when you bat. This is exactly where it comes down to. Oh, brilliant. Just brilliant. So it's ideally a win for Raptors if you consider their batting versus the Qalandars batting. They have they have faced only 17.2 overs and they have scored 107, and in 17.2 the Qalandars scored only 106. So ideally Raptors would have won if the game stops at 17.2. But right now the Qalandars played sensibly to keep those wickets in hand, so they can bat all through the 20 overs and practice for a couple of overs now. This time he pulls one, and that might be, yes, it's a tie now. So it's, the scores are leveled, and Sai Charith, he gets to be the hero tonight. There's 2 more balls remaining. He will definitely look to score in these 2 balls and finish it for his team. He knows all the fielders are inside 30. He might even go big. Just like that. It's high up in the air towards the mid wicket. The ball doesn't travel. They're going to run for 2 and finish it off in style. So that's it for tonight, ladies and gentlemen. So the Hanover Park Raptors, they were not able to defend 107, and the Qalandars just chasing it down in 17.5. So the Qalandars win by 5 wickets, and that's it for tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see you again tomorrow for the mighty clash between the D Park and the Chicago Rangers.